of you. My name is Rajinder Singh and my student ID is 210804. And today I am going to present my presentation regarding Tangata menu subjects. So here is my first slide. There's a table of contents. There's all the information over there which I have mentioned over there. And firstly, I am going to discuss about the history of signing Treaty of Waitangi. The Samuel Marsden of the Church Missionary Society reached the first sermon in New Zealand, and on Christmas Day. And moreover, the three-layer missionaries William Hall and Thomas Kendall and John King helped him to set up the first mission in New Zealand at Rangioa. And after this one, in 1833, James Busby was appointed as Britain's first official resident in New Zealand. And after James Busby, William Hobson appointed Lieutenant Governor of New Zealand in 1839. And Hobson left in London on 15 August 1839, and he arrived in New Zealand 20th January 1840. And on that time he wrote the Treaty of Waitangi on the 3rd and the 4th of the February 1820. And on 30th January 1840, John Hobson attended the Christchurch at Koro Rikia, Russell, where he publicly read several agendas regarding the Treaty of Waitangi. On 3rd February, Hobson gave a draft of a treaty with the full of explanation with the 3 articles and the preamble. And moreover, Henry Williams and his son Edward translated the document in 2 languages with the 3 articles and the preamble. And after that, on 5th February, both Henry William and Edward translated the articles in front of the 500 Maori chiefs, and 500 Maori chiefs debated on the articles because that was not in the favor of the Maori peoples. And that finally Treaty of Waitangi signed on 6th February 1840. And now I'm going to discuss the reason of signing the Treaty of Waitangi. Chief wanted restrictions on Maori land sales to Europeans, which is the one of the biggest reason of the why they signed on the Treaty of Waitangi. And here is the first article, Kawana Tanga governance. I haven't discussed about the English version. The article is the Maori leaders gave the Queen all the rights and power of sovereignty over their land, and in Maori language, Maori leader gave the Queen, the Kawana Tanga Katua, the complete government over their land. And second article is the Rangatira Tanga, is that self-determination. In English version, Maori leaders and people collectively and individually were confirmed and guaranteed an exclusive and undisturbed possession of their lands and estate, forest, fisheries and other properties. And Maori yielded to Crown an exclusive right to purchase their land, but in the Maori language, that was totally different. In Maori language, Maori were granted Tino Rangati Rangatanga, the unqualified exercise of their chieftainship over their land, Vanua villages, Kianga and all their property, treasures, Tonga, Katua. Maori agreed to give in the Maori version they have mentioned over there, the Maori agreed to give the Crown the right to buy land from them. Should Maori wish to sell. And third article is Maori were granted the same rights as British subject, but were not actually made British subject. And in the Maori language, the Crown gave an insurance that Maori would have the Queen's protection and all rights tikanga according to British subjects. And here is the three principles: participation, protection, and partnership. Partnership is that principle of partnership which requires the Crown and Maori to work in a partnership in the governance, design, delivery, and monitoring of health and disability services. And the participation is that this encourage positive Maori involvement in all level of education through educational initiatives like education in a Maori consistent with the principle of the Treaty of Waitangi. The role of the DT is that arrange the equal activities to a Maori peoples and the British and all other nationality peoples with which they have boost their confidence and with which they have respect their cultural values and customs. And protection. The principle of protection is about actively protecting Maori knowledge, interest, culture, values, and other Tonga identity, language, and culture are important expression of what it means to be a culturally located learner. In that one, the role of the DT should arrange those type of activities with which they feel safe and like with which activities they don't disrespect their values. Like in a Maori uh, traditions, in Maori tradition they don't like if somebody sit on the table, so make sure DT should arrange uh, not these kind of activities which hurt their emotions. And the historical events of colonial New Zealand. Maori petition the British government. That one has a growing lawful among European in New Zealand and fears of a French remove the fear of a French annexation of the country, led 13 northern chiefs to ask King William for his protection. And in 1844 to 1845, he cuts down the flag of the Britishers from their country to because they thought that that one is the is that is a damage to the identity of the Maori peoples. So that one is happening on that time. And the declaration of the independence, he Wakaputanga of Tiranga to Uno Tireni. The declaration of independence was drawn up by the British residence James Busby without authorization from his superiors. And on that time is the by 1839 the declaration had been signed by a 52 Maori chiefs. And the legislation of our colonization. Tohunga Suppression Act of 1907 was created to prevent people from engaging their traditional Maori healing techniques that involved a supernatural or spiritual component. Maori Land Act, that was act was launched by 1993. That was significant restrictions applied to a sale, gifting, and succession of the land, regardless after the death of the owner. That was very benefit act for the Maori peoples to protect these things. And the impact of the colonization on Maori. That one is the environmental degradation, the spread of disease, economical instability, and ethnic rivalries, and human rights violations. And that one is the another third one is Maori historical event. 18, and that one is the impact of the colonization, the population decline, and the Muscat War. The Maori population has been highly declined after the after the colonization in the New Zealand. By 1840, it was probably between 70,000 and between 70,000 and 90,000 at its lowest point in 1896. And the musket war is also responsible for the increasing the death rate of the Maori peoples in that time. And here is my references.
Okay, all right. In the population decline, go to population decline. Why do you think that population has reduced from 70,000 to 90,000
Because
during that time?
that one is the due to the war and then due to the disease. So that's why the population was decreased that time.
What are the diseases that were very common during this time?
Cold and flu.
Yeah, or others? There were specific disease. Do you remember anything? Like tuberculosis, whooping cough,
And like infection disease.
infectious diseases. All right. Thank you.